on whether the sound is good. We can do the game. Again, we're gonna do normal mode. Let me just try to make sure everything's back. Being live, so we're gonna play some Vampyr. It's a game that I've been wanting to play for a while. I've seen one of my other videos. It was one of my top. I think it was actually my #1 video game that I wanted to play last year, and I never picked it up.
12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Okay, see what we got going on here.
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment. A righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
Looks like I gotta do some gameplay here. Slow dying war going on. Pick it up now.
Thirsty. So thirsty.
Let's see what's gonna happen. We're gonna have the heater. So for a little bit that I do know about this game, you can either be a good vampire or a bad vampire, so you can attack like people on the streets, or you can be a good one.
Mary! Oh, no. Mary! Hold on. Please, hold on. Oh, God. Oh, no. No. Mary. Mary. No. No. What have I done? This horror. It's a nightmare. No! Please, a moment, let me explain! These patrols are after me.
That's it. Fish
No!
bugger.
No! Don't shoot! This is a nightmare. I need to get out of here. This can't be happening.
Over there. There's one of them.
No! Please, stop! I mean you no harm. What's going on? Oh, Mary. What have I done? What's all this about?
Shit, where'd it go?
Now, I can defend myself.
Kill that thing!
Who are you? Stay back! Sorry, but you left me no choice. Who are you? Stupid beast!
That doesn't like burning, does it?
Sorry.
Stupid beast!
No, please, stop!
Let's see how it likes it.
Who are you?
There's one of them vermin.
What do you want? I mean you no harm. I need help.
Die, you fucking leech!
Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this.
Shut up, beast!
Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's name?
I'll do the rest of the job.
Just leave me. The sun. It feels like it's burning me to the bone. I need to find somewhere to hide. Let me go! I need to find shelter. Is anybody there? What is this blood? The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
Bandages though? Banditos?
Wait. This one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve.
That's impossible.
Dreams for the Red Queen that sleeps under crown of stone, that she might linger longer, her eyes as white as wool.
Who goes there?
Prayer summoned by warrior song. A child born from darkness must accept of his power.
Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
No. There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live.
And now what?
We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing. No, it never got easy.
Got his revolver. Oh, okay. Some screws and grease. Oh, is that all you get though? Is just revolver?
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it. So be it. Rational thinking only.
Guess we shoot. I guess we shoot.
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Madness it is, as mad as the moon. Changes blinding sunlight into a glowing reflection.
Hideout beds allow you to evolve and rest, spend experience points, and level up and improve from your vampiric skills. Looks like a lot of stuff that we just evolved throughout the game. Begin by sleeping. You drain your own blood to heal normal and aggravated. Okay. So what is this? Okay. Claws, blood spear, close range strike that will cut through all living creatures in front of you. You can throw a spear made of blood. see what you says. Time. Dumb. How much is 300?
Voice in my head.
Night is here again. I am in London now, somewhere near the East End docks, I suppose. I don't know this part of town, blah 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 blah. Alright then.
If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
Where is it? Close.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Here's the leech. Here!
My head's spinning.
I don't want to just go kill that dude.
Oi! Come out, you coward!
It's locked.
Offhand weapons, by pressing triangle.
I'm still in Sark. I must reach the West End.
Press triangle to use stake and effect stun, blah blah blah.
Die, vermin!
Press X to buy a stunned enemy.
The strength I never knew I had.
This one stinks already.
I cannot enter.
Not enter. What?
Oh, this one stinks already. It's onto us!
This shouldn't be possible. Every sinew, every fiber of my being is afire. I feel like a child learning the limits of my body. not human anymore. My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us. It's locked. I cannot enter.
What I figured.
Dizziness from the jump. I can now control it. It's locked, all right.
I don't like this camera view.
I cannot enter. I can't believe I'm doing this. What will London have to say to me?
Yeah.
It's locked, all right. I've so many questions unanswered. Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum?
Damn.
The man has been drained of all blood. But I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant. Fresh blood. The smell is so strong. Something dire must have come about. I cannot enter.
I'm coming up here.
It's locked, all right. Where has everyone gone? I have this thirst for blood.
Need the human blood to evolve.
According to the blood patterns, that's where the victim was attacked. So that must be the killer's trail.
You found a new hideout. You can spend your XP while resting, crafting. Well, let's find out. Crafting on a workbench, you can craft medical treatments, serums, weapon upgrades. Confirm this.
That's strange. The trail is very erratic, as if the killer was drunk or hesitant. At last, a little life.
Welcome, sir, to the Turquoise Turtle. My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. Any other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well-dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business. You hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
I didn't deserve this.
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
What's going on around here?
Ask a few more questions.
It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody...
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
He said, well, upstairs, the first door.
Are they stupid or something? I've never even been to India.
What's she talking about? What's she talking about?
It's a good thing you cannot see.
Hello, sir. Are you all right? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom, then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar, a turquoise turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina, if you want to know.
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
I'll leave then. Thank you.
It's a good thing you cannot see me now, Mum.
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you?
I mean you no harm.
Saith the vampire. Present yourself.
I need a word with anyone.
Well, that's something I can do for you.
Just trying to kill people out here. Who you talking to, though?
And who might you be?
Tell me, who are you?
First, tell me what you want. Then I may tell you.
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
I've been hunted down in the streets and attacked. I'm a victim here too.
I believe you.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Who are you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
And what exactly is this Brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. but this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We are both chasing the same shadow.
A shadow, indeed. I heard his voice in my head. There was a moment I believed I was mad.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
See them wet boot boys get what's coming to them. I think I'm losing my mind. I should just run as far away from this place as I can.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
Not long ago, this sort of mess would have given me a laugh.
It's locked.
I think I'm losing.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue.
Find out.
What's been done to me, to this city. I cannot enter.
Killer, interrogate the locals. Let's go do it then.
Nobody at home.
Probably something can be done to get out of this bullshit
I
mess.
should just run as far away from this place as I can. Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, now all these terrible murders.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah. Killed so many last summer. Thought we'd see the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
The murders. What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog? What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight. And I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk, as usual. But my God, his eyes. His face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the canning factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom. Hello, sir. May I disturb you again?
And you're still ugly as sin.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog, eh?
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
I'll leave you to your bottle, then.
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Who is he?
William. Just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. He can barely stand up most of the time.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What do you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
Okay,
I think
drinking disturbs me.
There was something over here, but I see.
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. What's this? Some sort of note. These men, this corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge. It's locked, all right.
Door right here. Stupid. Mess it all up.
Let's head back to a warm fire.
Shut that foolish mouth of yours. You ever known McCullum to be wrong about anything?
Right. No time I can remember. But I've only been part of the guard 3 weeks.
on your way home.
All the more reason to shut it, Mr. Billy. If the man says a bloodsucker's dug in here, you've got one job, and that's to find him. Stay away! Over there! There's one of them vermin!
We had two shilling.
It's locked.
Two shillings. L3 to spot enemies.
That's this nest of them cleaned out. Go back home, idiot!
I like their screams when you burn them alive.
Watch yourselves! This one of them! Bastard!
triangle to use ranged weapons. Quit.
It's locked, all right. Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
I'll not betray your trust. I'll need a drink. I'm so thirsty, William. We shall overcome this. We've done it before.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
First, I must have more. Oh dear God, not again. William, please stop. Just a sip, but I promise. Dearest friend, you're my last and dearest friend.
William, my arm. I can't feel it. Will, please.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain scales are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by Skal?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed this drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
Yes. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some species of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood. I cannot enter. It's locked.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
I thought you were a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she valued her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea.
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again, from a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He's served King Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
It's my turn!
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insult me again and I'll put an end to your misery right now.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. Me guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
No, it's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
In the back, you bastard! Didn't have the guts to fight me. Fuck you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
To taste a life, to embrace its most intimate secrets. Such a burden, such a divine sin.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. The last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Go to sleep.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett. He should be a standard for us all here. Only he were younger.
Why should his age be up?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
How are things here?
Not good, to say.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I apologize, nurse.
You delivered poor Mr. Hampton from a terrible fate. The means to that... end should be of little concern, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
What?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Apologies, I've only just met him once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Thank you, Nurse Crane. Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? Please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's not exactly the best situation in London either. I can't have expected this hospital to be prepared for what was to come.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more, unto the breach.
You've nothing to prove, Dr. Tippett, to anybody. And we all praise your experience. Please, have some rest.
I am perfectly fine, and I am not too old for this job.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator.
What is the Pembroke Hospital's?
This hospital is...
It's not
Don't be...
What can you tell me about...
Some are rich.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
gotta do some exploring first. Yeah, maybe not. Watch out, my man's here.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead. A colleague? Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr.
What do you mean?
No, sir.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people.
Yes, sir. All kind of...
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine...
Who comes here?
I'm very
Are you afraid or uneasy?
Why should I? Sir.
How did you get the...
After I left the army...
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir.
Why do you have...
Because these books...
Why close the hospital main...
It was for...
Have we met before?
I don't think so.
When we first...
Funny story.
Please show me what you have to say.
Of course.
It's locked, all right.
Good evening, Doctor.
Doctor... I am Thros...
Please, could you tell me something?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning...
I based my technique on my mentor's research.
I'd rather not talk about...
As long as you're cautious and...
You're not the first one to...
What made you choose...
I'm not ashamed.
It's always a pleasure to share science.
This epidemic may be the century...
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it is always...
You seem quite...
I'm convinced.
Questions remain...
True.
Do you need help with it?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a...
Do you want me to play the errand boy?
Oh, no, Dr. Reed. But if...
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may... Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering...
What is it you really want?
Fair question. I want no...
This personal involvement...
I agree.
Do you think keep...
All I would...
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first died...
But why would he hide such crucial information?
Because he is a...
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland. Good evening, sir.
Reed.
Does my
Let us just...
If you have a
Dr. Swan...
I know.
Oh.
There is no...
That is...
Since you're
Let's just...
careless.
We're here...
I don't...
Modern...
Tell me, Waverly.
Strickland is playing...
Are you thinking about...
Harvey Fiddick.
And are you not afraid...
Rivalry?
Why do you...
I strongly believe...
I really hope you...
I'm not the kind of...
If you have a problem...
Doctor...
I know. There is no...
That is...
Tell me, Waverly.
Strickland...
Are you think...
Harvey...
And are you not...
Right.
What? I really...
I'm not...
It seems you have...
I refuse.
We can at least... I don't
question.
And what...
I said...
Be careful.
I only...
This is...
You see...
It seems you... We cannot...
I don't...
And what... Be careful.
I only...
This is...
You see...
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later. Good evening, sir.
I don't know if...
I see.
I'm Harvey.
Tell me about your...
My wife died because of me.
How could your job be responsible for...
I was working a double.
You can't hold yourself...
Of course.
Tell me more.
1915.
What happened?
The
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then.
I'm sorry.
I would like...
Tell me.
I'm just a...
I was... Are you...
Well,
I won't...
Are you sure?
In other... Tell me about...
What I...
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. So much to me. What a blundering idiot.
Be sure we're making a difference.
But in the circumstance...
Doctor.
Good evening.
No.
Really?
I don't...
Yeah. Could you...
More...
How painful.
So painful.
I'll let you get some...
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, madam.
My son.
I'm Dr.
I'm Beatrice.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say.
May I ask...
I'm a teacher, but...
Are you...
Yes.
What do you think?
I have had the uttermost reservation.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you? Tell me more.
The ambulance.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my...
She charged you?
Yes.
I share your concern.
I don't...
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
I'm so tired. You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me, what a blunder.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
I'll not let you down, my boy.
Good evening.
I've already heard about...
That's quite a...
You can call me...
I'm not sure.
Well, I'm no...
You have a...
No need... You want to hear...
So what...
I've been a...
Since...
It's a...
It's...
Yes, you... Go there, you...
Are you really smuggling?
And why not?
But
you keep...
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed.
Good evening, Dr. Tibbets.
Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Dr. Tibbets. Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research. Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor.
And I'm Doc...
Well...
How is...
Not well.
Why...
Milton's not...
Why...
I don't...
How...
It's sick.
You mu... No...
I wish...
How long?
Or long...
You'd be... Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins. Good evening, miss.
Your name has no meaning to me.
I beg you.
What are you begging?
You keep...
Well,
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from...
is that not enough?
I'm curious...
No, sir.
And what...
I don't need...
Please.
I can...
Never. It's a...
Delusional.
I'm assuming...
It's a... I'm not... Thank you.
Who are you really?
Is that not enough for you?
I'm...
No,
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Fear and disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
Good evening, sir. I'm Doc...
You get...
How is...
Oh, it's... Can I ask? It's the...
Who is...
Nobody since...
You don't see...
My face.
Can I do...
Nurses...
How close are you?
To wait for her next nibble is the best read.
Aren't you afraid?
She's quiet.
So do you let her?
And why not?
She could...
Then it's...
You do...
In her
Where...
No, you were...
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
A giant mob disguised as a hospital.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton.
Dr. Reed.
What do you mean?
I was not...
You remain...
Thank you.
How did you end...
I had received...
What?
William.
You...
I'm just...
What is the...
The situation is all...
Who leads...
Since Claire...
Has...
Do Tom?
People are still in...
How could it...
Who...
Not really.
How do you feel?
I feel like...
You're in good...
Thank you.
Have...
Not really.
You never...
What? I manage... Out of touch.
Why?
That's a very...
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later. It's locked.
A lot of my own life.
It's locked, all right.
Not now!
I cannot enter. This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin. William Bishop's blood is much more unstable. Than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now. I'm to stay here until my research is complete. I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Dr. Swansea asked me to collect you, Dr. Reed. Hurry up!
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry.
A crisis?
Our supply of...
What type of hospital?
You have been aware.
I may have a...
However,
If combined...
The store...
Perhaps I should...
It's the...
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital.
Going to take to fix me properly? A month? A year? You have the right to disapprove of our methods.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick.
I'm okay.
Tell me about yourself, Miss...
I don't want to talk.
Why did your mother...
My mother just wants the best for me.
Is your...
That's tempting, Doctor.
Pembroke...
It's not me.
How
So painful, I'd rather not.
I'm sure...
Not really.
I see.
Yes, maybe.
How
So painful,
I have to go now, sir. But don't...
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Goodbye, Mrs.
I'm all right.
And still more.
Don't waste your time with me.
How can we be sure we're making a difference?
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Doctor.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Don't worry. Go back to sleep.
Last summer's epidemic was
If only there were more of us, less resignation and more determination.
I know I can count on you. I wish I could say the
Good
same.
evening. Good evening.
You look exhausted.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation?
Fuck him.
I know it...
Obviously.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'd like to see your...
Wise choice, Doctor.
It's locked.
A giant morgue disguised as a hospital.
I understand you to be very angry about this unfair situation. But I need you.
It's locked, all right.
crashed. Stream over. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry I wasn't talking much at the end. Just got really into the game. Bye.